G'day everyone, Matt from Nevermind Adventure Tours. You've clicked on a link for our upcoming Poland motorcycle adventure in September 16th this year. So I thought I'd just jump in front of a camera and introduce myself. I've been doing a lot of motorbike tours over the last 10, 15 years now, actually. I can't remember half of them. I've done that many there. Typically we've been in India, Himalayas, Sri Lanka, Patagonia. Ireland has become a big hit with us, and our next one is Poland. You might, with a surname like Nadaniewski, you might be thinking that I was born in Poland or something. I wasn't, but I do have Polish grandparents that immigrated or were refugees to Australia in the late 1940s, 1950-ish, and they settled in a wonderful small town in regional Victoria called Geelong, and I'm actually currently set up in our Torquay office, which is just out of Geelong. So I haven't the fruit hasn't fallen far from the tree, and it's returning to Poland in September. So obviously they're long deceased, but I think they'd be laughing in their graves, knowing that I was heading to Poland to run a motorcycle tour in 2026. So they'd be quite proud, I think. So a bit about Poland. I mean, it's obviously I've travelled there fairly extensively over the years, but it's an amazing place that isn't on everyone's radar, particularly as a motorcycle destination. But it's got huge potential, and so September will be our first one, and we were looking for a new destination you know, where not many people would think to go, and that's how we roll at Nevermind. So, I was actually wondering, how big is Poland? I know it's big, but I wanted to compare it to, Australia, I guess. It's a 313,000 square kilometres, slightly smaller than Germany's. It's about the same size as New Mexico in the USA. UK and Ireland combined are about the same size. Poland fits into Australia 25 times. It's about the size of Victoria and New South Wales combined, and just slightly smaller than Queensland. So, I think that gives you a fairly good idea. I mean, it's a big country, a big European country. The size of Queensland, we're not even gonna be able to do the whole country in 2 weeks, but we've found the very best motorcycling parts of the country, which is where we're going to focus our attention on. And I thought, as I say, old school is the best school. So I thought we'd get the whiteboard up here and just map out the ride a bit. Obviously, Poland is, you might be able to see it up there. It's to the what's that way? That's to the east of Germany. It's to the west of Belarus, Ukraine, Russia. You got Slovakia to the south and the Czech Republic there. Ukraine's here, but we don't need to worry about that. It's perfectly safe. Our people on the ground are living their day-to-day lives there and are not having any problems. So obviously, we'll fly into Warsaw or Krakow, depending on where you're coming from. It's only a 3-hour train ride direct through, so we'll start the ride in Krakow. We've got 2 nights there, so you've got a full day to explore. Wyvall Castle is quite famous. It's a beautiful old historic town. Obviously, you've got Auschwitz and the prison camps not too far away. So there's plenty to see and do in that area. Day 2, we head down to the Beskid Mountains via the Wileska salt mine. Now that's incredible. I've actually been there. That we'll stop off and head underground. I think it's 400 meters below ground, and it's like 1,000 years old. There's incredible sculptures being carved out of some of the salt. So it's mind blowing. Then these are the Tatra Mountains along the Slovakian border. Incredible riding, beautiful. Not a lot of population along here. Just nature, snow-capped mountains, whatnot. The Tatras, and then we head over to the Lower Beskid National Park, Magura National Park, all through here. This area is really incredible, beautiful. really off, really remote for Poland anyway. Not a lot of population here. I put this here. We might pop in there. We'll see how we go. This is where my ancestors, my grandfather was born. So apparently the village is famous for being the most stubborn people in all of Poland. So I've been told I've inherited some of those traits. I like to call it persistence and perseverance, not stubbornness, but whatever. So we spend most of these are all full day rides, 4 to 6 hours on the road. Good roads, a little bit of gravel, not much. Pretty easy going, but twisties, big wide open corners, tight twisties down in this section. Up here is the mosque, is a famous medieval city. Jump on Google Maps and type some. Get on our website, have a look at the itinerary, and type some of the places into Google Maps. It is mind blowing. Kazimierz Dolny, Warsaw. 2 nights in Warsaw. Warsaw is incredibly beautiful city. I think a lot of people don't realise the old town was completely demolished in World War II, and it's been rebuilt. Everything looks as it was before the war. You can't believe the devastation that happened there when you actually go there. Poland's really safe and really clean, so it's a great place to travel. We go up here 10. We're going up to. So I haven't done this ride. There's some of these places I haven't been before. But these Missouri Lakes. Over here, the 11 and 12, this is the Bielaska Forest. So this is where the last wild herds of bison are in Europe. They make a vodka from the grass of these grasslands out here, which is pretty potent. And then back down to Krakow, we head the Eagle's Nest. So we smashed down there. There's some old incredible limestone castles and formations we'll ride through, and then we'll finish in Krakow, have our last night there. That's 2 weeks, so I think it's all up 14 nights, 15 days. 1 day off the bikes in Warsaw to check that out. It's going to be amazing. Like, I haven't been this excited about a motorbike tour in a long, long time. So get amongst it. There's still a few places left. We've got a special price on for this year, an introductory price. You can jump on the website, $13,490, and we're doing a $500 discount if you book before the end of this month. So you get even more off that. The man himself, John Ruth, will be joining us. We'll be filming with the Insta360. Oh, here's my Royal Enfield. This is where. Oh, by the way, we're riding. We've got a selection of Royal Enfield and CRF motos, so 450 motorcycles. And if you want a shorter, smaller bike, we can get the 411cc Himalayan. This is just the old classic. So we'll be, doing a bit of this and sort of weaving up through here, then coming back down here, and then flying out. So great connections through Qatar with Qatar Airways. That's who I'll be flying with. It's like a 50-minute stopover in Doha and then straight to Warsaw. Like, I like flying with Qatar. The food's great, service is great, flights are super comfortable. So reckon check them out. I think they're about 2,000 to 2,500 return at the moment, which is fantastic for that time of the year. The weather's going to be great. Low 20s is expected that time of year. So, you're just coming out of summer, so it's a beautiful time to be there. And also, we're going to throw in one of our Nevermind leather tank bags that you can bring with you, complimentary. You'll also get a bunch of this stuff, a hard copy printed, we call it the welcome pack. It's got our story of Poland and all the information you need to know for this tour. You will get a jacket patch, stickers, head socks, all this stuff we're going to throw in for free. Oh, and of course, a long sleeve Nevermind t-shirt. Look at these, super warm, thermal. These 100% cotton t-shirts are made right here in Geelong. So it's a great deal. It's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. The Polish food is delicious, very hearty, and unusual, different flavours and tastes to what we're used to. A lot of stews, paprika. They love paprika. You've got pierogi, which are like little pasta balls, usually filled with potato, meat, sauerkraut, cabbage, that sort of stuff. Delicious. Golobki cabbage rolls. Sounds disgusting. It's just a big dim sim, really. Instead of the pastry on the outside, they steam a cabbage leaf, and it's incredible. My mouth's watering talking about it. So, and there'll probably be a few frothies along the way. They do a good beer. Zvaják, I think, is the local brew from memory. I could be wrong. But it's good beer. They make, being, the Czech and Polish, Germans as neighbours, they do brew really good beers. So that's going to be great. Polish people, what can I say? So get amongst it, www.nevermindadventuretours.com. You've already probably been to our website. We'll bomb you out a couple of emails. My details are there. Just email us, call anytime, pop in. We've got the shop up at Brunswick Heads. I'm down at Torquay, but I'm in and out here. You're welcome to pop into our office here anytime. But Poland, the Polski Wolski, it's going to be amazing. We call it the Poland Express. You've probably heard of the Polar Express. I think it's an old kids movie on a motorbike with Nevermind. So look at this. There's some other places I've marked on here which we won't be able to go to on the bike. Gdansk is a great city. I recommend if you got time, whack a couple of days on at the start or at the end of the trip and get to some of these places. Poland's easy to travel, good train connections everywhere. Poznan, Turin, this is one of my favourite little villages up here. It's hard to describe. It's old, cobbled streets, just beautiful architecture, great food, friendly people. I could probably live. That's where I'd live if I lived in Poland. Love the place. Wrocław, this is an up and coming old industrial area. A lot of population, a lot of blue collar, but it's actually changed now. Like a lot of places in the world. I imagine it's like Geelong, but on a massive European scale. Detroit, that sort of place. They used to build a lot of stuff there. Now it's become very trendy. So that's worth checking out. But we're going to spend all our time on this part, and like you can imagine, this is the size of Queensland, and we're probably doing half of the country in 2 weeks. So it's a big ride. There's a lot going on. We're going to see a lot. We're going to have a lot of fun. With me and Rufy there, two experienced campaigners to entertain you along the way. We're getting pretty good at it, I think, looking at the Google reviews lately. So jump on board. Like I said, $500 off. Just put, just mention that you've watched this video, and Matt said he'd give you $500 off. And I'll tell you what, if you bring a friend, I'll give you another $500 off. So you can get $1,000 off. That's pretty generous. Really keen to fill this trip up in the next couple of weeks. So jump on board. I will give you a money back guarantee that it is going to be epic, and if it isn't, I will give you all your money back. I stand by my motorcycle tours. Everybody leaves incredibly happy, and the feedback I get is that they're too cheap. Their value for money is incredible. I'm overly generous, so I don't know. You be the judge. So jump on the website link, book it. Don't need to pay a deposit just yet. Just slam your details in. Just needs the contact details, and you're on your way. Book the flights, and we'll make it happen. So thanks for listening. I know I can carry on a bit. I can get a bit long-winded. I mean, I could go and talk about these destinations a lot, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview. And to be honest, this is our first time, so I don't know everything yet. I'm discovering it as well. But we have a good, strong local team of bikers on the ground that I've been talking to for a very long time that are very passionate about their country and very excited for us bunch of Neverminders to come along and check it out. So book it now. Thanks, guys.